Ready to go?
Nope. Anyways,
Oh,
let's go.
all right. Whoa, that is not the normal aspect ratio. I am using a new mouse because it's a standing, a vertical ergonomic mouse, so things are gonna be a little weird. All right.
Now you need to get one of those old trackball mouse.
Oh, I used to use a trackball, but now it would probably cause hand cramps. Anyway, um, welcome to Granblue Radio. This is episode 304. Uh, it is November 26th, and well, we were a bit late because there was a big holiday in the way. Uh,
It's an alright one.
yeah, this is Vibrating Sheep of
Turkey.
yep, this is Vibrating Sheep of Granblue Ian, and with me back from Japan and his concert trip.
Oh, it's DJ. It was fun.
So we're not going to talk about the concert because it wasn't a GBF thing. Well, we've talked about Symphogear plenty before. Um, so how was the cafe? I haven't been yet because it
Oh,
opened during pandemic.
it's like a normal cafe thing. Things are pricey, like cafe things.
Hmm.
But I really like the aesthetic of the place itself.
Is it still next door to the Final Fantasy 14 cafe?
Yes,
Okay,
it
it's
is.
still the same building. It's just permanent now.
Yep.
Okay, what changed from the last time we were there? So it's just much more like themed decor.
So there's that rotating like special menu out.
Hmm.
So like I went when I went, it was the Halloween menu.
Hmm.
So, like you saw recently they posted what's the next one, and you know that Narmaya with the toothpick.
Hmm. The katana toothpicks.
Yeah, but yeah, if you whenever you for each item you buy, you get a card. The card is it has a GBF character on it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it.
So usually with those things, we end up getting like way too many sugary drinks and regretting it. Did that same thing happen?
Oh, I bought a lot of drinks.
Because of the what is it? Random collectible coasters.
Yep. Things I also did was I was able to do my check-in for the collab cafe.
What does that mean? The
Skyleap.
oh right. So you have Skyleap points.
Yep,
Did you use them or you just have them?
I just have them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I haven't used Skyleap points in strangely 3 years. Weird how
Huh?
that works, huh?
Yeah. What was the last thing you checked into?
I don't know. It was probably Granblue
Uh,
Fest 2019.
yeah, and right before that was the was would have been the escape room.
Oh yeah, the
We got
escape
points for
room.
that one.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm here clearing out my Arcarum for the day, but so the current running event is an absolutely new kind of event, the Tales of Arcarum.
It ends in 3 hours.
It ends in 3 hours, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna. It's not one of those things that I'd like to have around forever, but like, it's relaxing and easy for people like us who've been doing Arcarum forever. And its rewards are just right for people who haven't been to Arcarum yet. So let's go take a look at what the actual rewards were. I've cleared out the shop, but we can see what was in the shop in the event information. So let's go take a look at Tales of Arcarum here. Um, and the rewards were crazy good. Like, there's a ton of Saphira stones, like a ton of Astras,
Ideans,
Ideans,
Astras.
and they were on really easy to finish missions too.
We literally finished it on like
The first
two
couple
hours, right?
hours, and
Yeah.
the thing is, even like Pocky's crew, which is much more casual than our crew, um, like our friends there were still like the hardest one they had was I think clearing the Lady of Redemption in 10 turns, but it's doable.
Yeah,
And
the hardest one is definitely the one where you have to fight the not prototype version of a fight.
mhm. Yeah, but the thing is, there's like it's New World's quartz. I am now only like 20 New World quartz from being able to complete um, every single New World Foundation weapon. But
Nice.
yeah. So the thing is that the thing that was really nice is that they're very generous with the medals. Like the medals don't have a daily limit. You just get medals for doing anything in Sandbox.
And just anything in sandbox, not just the zones that they're saying do this and
Yeah, and then here's the like the fact that you get one of each water militis weapon is a godsend for people who've been like trying for a long time because those things don't have skill levels on them that matter,
all right, can't wait for the fire one.
right? It's like the the story that you get with Maria Theresa is like only like 3 minutes long or something like that. It's very fluffy and
I mean,
not
it's a
really.
Gaiden. A
Yeah.
Gaiden is a side story.
Yep. Basically, the only thing that I wish about this event, um, is that well, I wish that they didn't have the 50 limit on this on the store, which is an older thing. And it's like, whatever. That's such a minor thing that it doesn't matter in the long run. I just want this back. I want this back like in a smaller capacity, like monthly. Like this is easily something they could just do on the side, like the rotating. They could do it like the rotating uh, drop up on raids.
Yeah, this is the first time in actually a while that we had like increased Arcarum.
Hmm.
Because like I don't remember it happening actually this time this year.
Increased what we have double passports all the time, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about in our sandbox itself
Oh, in
specifically.
sandbox, yeah. There's very little that happens in sandbox other than like +1 defender. But like the +1 defender gauge here that we get, the fact that we get freaking triple XP from the defender
Yeah,
bonus.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Like I leveled Sara from 80 to 99 off of just sandbox in the course of like an hour. It was fast. It was fast, and I could have made it faster if I just kept on it. But instead, I'm doing my usual thing and just taking my time.
I'm mashing fire. I want another sword.
I am at the point where I have two weapons left in the New World Foundation series, and so I was working on the Earth one because I need 16 lusters and 10 Idians to be done with this. And it's like I could get that done in an hour, or alternately, I could take my time and just get it done over the next like 4 or 5 days and save myself some sanity, which is always what I recommend to everybody who listens to this show. Uh, Katsudan Riza. The event ends in about 3 hours, so
It's not time anymore.
good luck. Good luck with your mash. But anyway, yeah, Tales of Arcarum. I don't think I would like it if it was too often for this kind of thing. But if it was going on at the same time as a rerun or something like that, then I have no problems with that. Zero problems with it coming back smaller. You know?
I don't think it will actually run another event because you do get daily rewards from this event.
Hmm. I mean, that's fair. All right. So that's it about Tales of Arcarum. What do you want to talk about next? Do you want to talk about Sara? Or do you want to talk about the new toys that we have for Tormentor and Soldier?
Sara, because I don't care about the other one. So
I mean, that's fair. So we've got ourselves one of the OG Earth characters getting her 5 star. Where is she? She's over
she
here.
protect.
She protect, but she also get real mad. So we were talking about how Sara used to be like the tank of tanks, and that has been absolutely overtaken by Alexiel, Summer Alexiel to be specific. And we were like, all right, well, what do they do? So here's what they did to upgrade Sara's kit. So number one, her CA upgrade at level 80. It changes Mysticia to do the following things. So it's easier to just demonstrate if we are in the trial mode, but I'll just explain for now. So Myasticea, it used to be the old substitute. It doesn't do everything. Well, after you do Terra Misericordia now, it's sub all, which
Subs
is
all, it tanks the counter for 4 times and has full force counter. Please explain full force counter.
so full force counter is something that they started doing with Earth Vikala, where no matter how many times you get hit, you use up all of your hits. Every single hit that you had saved up, you do. So Vicky doesn't attack, and instead, if she's countering, she's triple countering, no matter how many times she took damage. And so for Sara, that means that during her all sub turn, if she tanks any damage at all, she is full force countering for 4 hits of counter. You think it was on Spear Cav before Vicky? Yeah, that's fair. Spear Cav is one of those things that people don't really talk about that much. Was
That
it always
requires you
full
playing
force
Spear
counter?
Cav. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It's just, you don't play Spear Cav. Surprise.
Yeah,
That's why you don't remember it.
my bad.
I mean, that thing needs help, to be honest.
When counter-attacking with full force, all remaining counter-attack hits are consumed once. I'm just on Wiki for Cavalier at the moment. So it was on high command, specifically, which, like, huh. Alright, well, anyway. People with Cavalier, people who are playing Cavalier don't press buttons.
They also play Gun.
This is the other thing that is true. So anyway, um, so this is important because of where is this
95, Graphos Wrath.
Graphos' Wrath. There it is. So it's the one in parentheses. So Graphos' Wrath is the new thing that she gets at 95, which is the most important part of this. Like, it's the one that's directly connected to the Myasticea um, upgrade. And so number one, she has passive hostility up, which is something that she's been missing for a long time for upgrading her to modern GBF. Because
Yeah,
when
no,
Mhm.
it's about a 75% chance she'll be hit in a 4-man party.
Yeah, and so the thing is that Graphos' teachings, when they upgraded her, she needed to take damage to actually get her Graphos stacks, and it wasn't guaranteed that she would get hit unless she was subbing, which had a cooldown. So previously, it took a while to build up these Graphos' teachings. The the higher hostility is a very important upgrade for her. Then there's more text here. So she gets a 20% damage amp on her normal attacks, which I believe also amps counterattacks. I forget though.
I believe those are the same thing.
hmm And then she gets is it 100% passive defense?
100.
Yeah. So she takes half damage, which is also a good thing because, so Quadriga was the centerpiece of her old kit, where it's like, what is it, 1,000% defense? No, it's Emeth Familiar over here. Sorry, it's this one.
And if it's 1,000% defense for true turns.
Yeah.
Rodrigo is the damage cut and defense.
Right. Um, and it was 2 out of 4, and so on her off turns she would take the same damage as everyone else, which wasn't necessarily great. And then this is the big thing. So when she counters, she also does a nuke, and she heals herself for, is it 1,000?
1,000 each time.
And it's each time, as you mentioned. So she does full force counters, and she heals. So when she counters, like when she takes any damage at all during Myasticea, she will heal herself for 4,000. It's actually wild to see in action. It's crazy good.
Yeah, the caveat is you have to actually take the damage because her counter is a tanking counter, not
hmm
tank it or dodge counter.
Right. Um, but these things make her a current monster on full auto, and people are like trying to figure out the best way to take advantage of all of these things. Um, and then, so we haven't even talked about the the other two updates. So Emeth Familiar. So we talked about how hard it what used to be to up her Graphos' teachings without like a full AoE boss. Well, now your reward for getting to 5 Graphos' teachings isn't just tank and counter passively. It is 1 turn cap up. The attack is sharply boosted. Um, Notably, if she didn't have these counters, this would actually kind of suck because she can't multi-attack to save her life without like
And she doesn't attack out of turn. She doesn't.
yeah. And so this is made to work with her counters, which conveniently is on the exact same cooldown as her counters.
4 turn.
Yeah. And so every 4 turns, she'll just give her, after turn 5 or so, she'll counter with cap up and then nuke after each counter and heal herself. And so, like, they really did a new kind of design for a tank. Like, this is essentially a very consistent version of Reinhardt Czar. Because Reinhardt Czar is super satisfying when he does his thing, where he just takes a bunch of hits and then unleashes it in a bunch of counters with gigantic nukes. Well, this happens without having to turn off her attack for 3 turns first.
The thing is that she won't actually get this on turn 5. She won't. If you're in full auto, she will get this the next time.
Yeah, she'll get this on turn 8 or 9 because
9.
it'll be the third time she casts this.
Yeah, because she will by the time it hits turn 5, she'll be at 4 at best.
Yeah, but the thing is that once she hits 5 Graphos' teachings, where she has tank and counter on permanently, then she'll start doing Graphos' Wrath nukes even without doing her every 4 turns combo of sub all into assassin. So once you've hit a certain number of turns, then she passively just poops out damage. It's so funny. Alright, so the last part of this is actually kind of the least meaningful. So at level 100, she gets an AoE nuke. She reduces Earth defense, and then
25.
she has Twilight Terror, which is charged diamonds don't fill up for 2 turns and can't use special attacks for 2 turns, which would be really cool if they allowed it to still work on everything. But there are a lot of bosses that just turn this off. But you know what? This is the least meaningful upgrade that she got, and it's her level 100 capstone. It's like everything that came before it is actually amazing.
It's still fine because the fact that if you are fighting a boss, that allows this to even occur. She will still take damage that turn. She doesn't turn off the boss's attack.
True. It's not the full stop sign, so it's good for her and her specifically so that she can still get hit. But yeah, like this character, she carried me in 2015, and now it's 2022, and this character is going to be, she's going to be safeguarding the Brute Squad, where it'll be like her with the new Threo, or Fiorito, or Beatrix, or something like that, and she's just bashing. She's bashing along with them while passively keeping them alive because they can't take that many hits without before dying. Like they
2000 shield's kind of nice though for the situation.
Yeah, the shield to everybody else. Yeah, and so it's like I'm gonna do this and it's gonna work. It's great. Reno in chat's like, I really want to find a way to make her work in Diaspora or in Super Bahamut. I mean, the problem with her in Super Ultimate Bahamut is the fact that she cannot sub all without CAing first. So she's very bad to resurrect unless she resurrects
not
with
only
full meter.
that, it's just so much easier to use Alex.
Well, a lot of the time you cycle Alex with another all-subber, right? I forget now. Yeah, she's also just not good at breaking omens because it requires them to act first. That's true. But yeah, this is a full auto character, and she deserves what she got. This is all very good stuff. Oh my god, I think. Oh my god, she's awakening level 5 for me. 1 second. Change type. Defense.
What? Why aren't you doing? Why are you doing multi attack?
She
You already said it herself that she needs help with multi attacking.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You convinced me. Also, why not add another 5% amplify on her normal attacks?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? You're right. Let's do it. Also, all of her EMPs are defense anyway, so
Correct. There's no point of
well, there
of
is
the
a point, but it is kind of redundant. Let's just take a look at her EMPs. I have 132 EMPs on her that I haven't used. Hey, look, hostility up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's always existed.
yeah, it's always been there. All right. Anyway, so this is a cool update. I like it. Does everything that you need for the modern era of Granblue Fantasy. It is a little sad that people who don't have her have to go digging into Classic to get her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because of the banner change.
Mm-hmm. So you cannot get her during free rolls unless you specifically go into Classic mode for the draw. But there are a lot of characters in Classic Draw who desperately need this update, so I am okay with characters in Classic Draw getting 5-star stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's that. Now we're gonna very quickly brush over the new toys for Tormentor and for Soldier. So let's go talk about this new. All right, there it is. Tormentor Secret Gears. So there are a few new secret gears. Um, the 3 important ones we're gonna go over first. So these are usable once per fight. The first one,
Oh,
what was that?
I said oh.
So here's the first one. It is Extinction Spirits. This is the one that you get from Mugen. So it takes up Mugen Extinction Vestiges, I think it's called. The Mugen Fires, we call them. So, so here's the thing. Let's go into trial mode because I have all of these. So,
well, trial mode would also just give it to you for free.
yep. So let's go into trial mode with this party and just show you what makes this very strong.
And
So-
why you can only use it once.
So you can only use it once in the fight, but that's okay. Because here's Extinction Spirits, and these are the buffs that it gives the MC for the rest of the fight. Debuff resistance, which should be 100%, right?
I don't have the numbers on this
Yeah.
one.
Triple attack up, double attack up, defense up, attack up for the rest of the fight. Hold on, let me go look up the Tormentor, the new Tormentor tools, and see if the numbers are up. The Space Whale bullet. This is not about space. Oh, the bullets. Sorry, the bullets I don't care
The
about.
bullets are space whales.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they're more for grinders than space whales. Because I could make them, and I might make them. Anyway, so let's go take a look at Extinction Spirits. Does it have numbers? Wiki doesn't have it yet. I would have to go to game with. But anyway, the point is, this is a permanent set of buffs, and that's really strong. All right, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is from Siegfried, and this is also once a fight.
Draken Shield.
Drachenschild. Whoops, that's the wrong one. So
Unchallenged for an entire turn.
everybody gets unchallenged. Yeah, yeah, that's also really good. So
For an entire turn, yeah. Panic button. Panic button
Mhm.
go.
panic button go, or just ignore very specific triggers like Paradise Lost and things like that. Here's here's the Diaspora one, which is probably the weakest.
I mean, it's a permanent. There's a permanent debuff on here.
Yeah, the permanent debuff is just the dot though. Like the minus multi attack is nice, but it's only 6 turns. The attack and defense down being 6 turns are fine. Like it is one of those things that you get on a character like Shalem or various other characters who have the mega debuff and the stop sign attached to it. So Summer Medusa is also one of them. But like the actual dot itself is kind of unimpressive. Let's see. Let's go take a look at what
It's
it is.
50K.
Yeah, like a 50k dot like that is really nothing to write home about. But still, having those
I'll let
options.
you know how many times I've missed my white damage marks. By the way.
Mm, but yeah, so those are 2 out of those 3 are amazing, and you already brought Tormentor to the front line of new content just to see, because Tormentor can do literally everything. And this just makes Tormentor even stronger and more versatile because it needed to be stronger and more versatile, right? The other ones are pretty.
Cocktails.
What was that? The
The
cocktails, yeah.
cocktails.
What are they listed under? I think it's so annoying to go through this screen. I hope they start getting like some organization to them. Drafts, high drafts. Where'd they go? Is it page 4? It's about. But yeah, there we go. The cocktails. So these are super simple. There's one for Singed. It's a nuke and Singed. There's one for a nuke and Glaciate, a nuke and Toxicosis. It's funny that Glaciate and Toxicosis are both focused in the same element, but it's okay. That's fine. And here's Thunderstruck.
I mean, they do come from the same element though. There's
Yeah.
no other element that causes those two.
Glaciate you get from Holiday Lily in Light.
Who originally came from water.
This is true. I mean, that's fair, but I'm just saying that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Cool.
She doesn't glaciate before they changed to glaciate. She didn't glaciate half the time.
Yeah, Earth Aglavale. You're right, Reno. Anyway, so those are nice support for those debuffs if you ever want to throw that out. Like there is a really funny option to throw out Thunderstruck with Summer Alver to actually was it Summer Alver? Summer Alver.
Bear. It was also Earth Eustace.
That's right.
Wind Eustace.
Wind Eustace. Because Wind Eustace gets CA reactivate when you get to 10 Thunderstruck, which is normally one of those things that takes forever. But if you want to throw a whole bunch of light cords at the problem.
You don't even need to do that with Eustace because he also gets a problem from
CA.
your MC.
Yeah. It's just funny. Alright. So, that's it for that one. Like I said, the ones that you're really going to do are the Mugen and the Siegfried ones. Then comes the ones that people were laughing about because, I mean, Soldier had been the like grind really hard and your reward is to be able to grind faster classes.
And then change.
Didn't change at all, but it's pretty funny what they gave us. So there's a whole bunch of new bullets. Let's see, the Parabellum bullets, the new ones are exactly the same as the cocktails. So you can raise Singed, you can raise Glaciate, you can raise Thunderstruck, you can raise Toxicosis. Cool, sure. Nothing to talk about there. The new rifle ones are actually the ones to write home about, though.
You know, I like how they write chance to raise Singe or Toxicosis, but isn't that 100%?
Probably.
Like, there's no, unless they are immune to debuffs, they don't resist those half the time.
So here's the new rifle bullets here, and these are the ones that like people are talking about. It's these and the shells, really. So the Paradise
150.
Lost. So the Paradise Lost one is the base model. It just has a really high attack value. So 200 attack means it does double your MC's attack damage. and it has a higher cap than normal for that bullet alone.
Apparently 50%.
But then you can you don't upgrade it. These are separate bullets. So here's the
These all use
chaos.
FMJ5.
hmm Which I happen to have 3 sitting around, by the way. So I'm just like, oh, should I go back to serious soldier play? I actually have a bunch of this. So this is the all-star as far as I'm concerned. So it has the same attack value as Paradise Lost bullet, but it has a 20% chance of inflicting bore, which is one of the big features of the Beelzebub summon, because it gives you another 100k supplemental to every hit you do.
Yep, and 50% defense down.
hmm And having a 20% chance to do that is really good, given that the Bub's debuff that you get from summoning like has what, a 12 turn cooldown, and is 100% worth it for that 12 turn cooldown?
Well, that summon also does like a billion other things.
Also true. Um, so the Belial one is the one that's the most hilarious without being useful, because it's even higher attack, so it's 2.5 times your MC's attack on this bullet, and then
Same with damage cap.
it has a chance of giving all of your allies the fruit of treachery from the Belial raid. So to review, the red one means that if you press a red button on that character, they do a bunch of white damage to themselves and a huge nuke to the enemy. The blue one gives the enemy a it gives the enemy a CT dot in exchange for something. I forget now. I forget the blue one. The yellow one is hilarious because it resets your cooldowns at the cost of all your meter.
I thought blue one takes away a dot,
It delays. Okay, that's right.
but you take damage for doing that.
Got it. And then
forget.
no,
I just
that's right. I think it's the green
ignore
one
things.
that gives the enemy a dot, right? Is it the green apple? I have to go back and look at the Belial raid.
Green should be heals both you and Belial.
Okay, let's go take a look. Fallen Angel of Cunning. Belial raid. Let's go look at this again because I haven't seen them in forever, and I also
We
don't
just
bring
ignore
green
them
buttons.
half the time.
All right, so the green button does give the enemy a charge diamond, and it heals everybody for 15k. That was the one that I remember actually being useful in the early days of Belial.
Back when we were throwing bandages.
Yeah, and then the blue is, yeah, you take 10k plane and you delay on using any blue, and then the red, yeah, you essentially ground zero. You do a bunch
Including
of damage to
yourself.
yourself. Yeah. So that one's hilarious, but not actually that good. And then
Is there a chance of getting purple?
I don't know actually. Let's see.
I don't want purple.
Yeah, the one where you get CA reactivate, but you do 10k to yourself.
I forget.
Yeah, I know it's I'm looking at it right now. It's CA reactivate, and you take 10k each.
That's not fun.
I mean, it's
That's
fun,
20K.
but it's not useful. Anyway,
I mean, no, there's a use, but
yeah. So here's the last one. This is the one that people were arguing with each other about a lot.
gold brick.
So the gold brick part, I was just like, I have 5 that I don't have a use for. So for grinders like me, then this is, okay. Make it worth it, right? So huge damage cap, triple attack. It does plain damage to everyone, and then it says consume all bullets, which is a weird wording, but it does not fire those bullets. It simply ends your clip, and the next action is either going to have to be CA or reload. And so they've done it. They've finally made a reason for people to look outside of the John Doe, because the John Doe's rifle is its second shot. And so if you're using John Doe with this bullet, you stop at 2 and have to reload.
And then CA. And then reload again from that CA.
And it's just like, alright, I have no idea what this is good in. So people are like trying to figure out one where a gun with 6 bullets where the 6th bullet is its only rifle bullet. And they've only found like an SR gun that does it so far. It's
I'm looking at them actually right now.
mhm.
Commander Sidearm has the last bullet as a rifle bullet.
Which one's Commander Sidearm?
Water Leisha. You can technically use the Clarion and put the last bullet as a rifle.
hmm
Flamma Orbis also the last two are rifles.
hmm But yeah, the thing is that like it's it takes a lot of effort on top of the a huge supreme amount of effort it took to actually have 150 ultimate memories plus the spare gold brick, and then it's the terminal bullet in your gun, and you're just like, okay, was it worth the hoops? And people so far have said no, that it wasn't worth the hoops. Like a lot of these other bullets have been worth the hoops in some ways. Gold bullet, jury's a little out on those. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
All right, hold on. I
What's
got
up?
a couple more guns that you could use it as the last bullet.
Okay, show me.
The partly powerful pop gun has 6 rifle bullets.
So you can just
The
you can put in five what was it 5 Beelzebub bullets and then one
yeah
super ultimate Bahamut bullet.
yeah
That actually sounds insane, and I don't know if it's worth it, but that's
it's
cool.
funny.
Whoever does it and has the 750 Beelzebub horns to throw at it, more power to you. More power to you,
Next
friend.
next one, the Varus from the Kogios
Let's
event
go!
has 3 rifle bullets at the very end of it.
Yes, Your Highness.
And my favorite one,
hmm
the Wicked Stick Blaster, has 2 rifle bullets at the beginning and 1 at the very end.
hmm All right. So last, the second to last one is going to be the cylinders. So we have the Proto Bahamut cylinder, which is a chance to give yourself the Bahamut summon, essentially. CA specs up one time. Eh. The Akashic
It's all right.
cylinder, though, this one is making me laugh because,
Increase the turn by 1.
but it's only a chance and it's not 100%. So you can't
But
rely on
you
it.
probably you might have all these hollow keys. Just saying.
Oh, you think? You think I might have
Yeah.
3,200 hollow keys?
Yeah,
Or
for 300, yeah.
yeah, or then the Cosmos one is actually pretty cool, where you can give yourself the Peacemaker's Wings buff, which is drain, and attack and defense up.
And lasts for 3 turns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so these are very reasonable to get and are cool. So that's
And they're
cool.
shotgun shells.
Yeah.
I like shotgun shells.
And then the last one is the most boring but also the most utilitarianly useful, which is all the way at the end we
Agni
get
point, the point force.
yeah. The ethereal bullets went from 3 to 4, and so we used to have everyone gets fire attack stacking up. Now, Seraphic deals amplified damage when you're at elemental advantage.
So that's additive to Seraphic.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I still might just keep things at point threes though.
Mhm.
Permanent buffs are kind of cool until they dispel me.
Mhm. But yeah, there's not really much to say about these ones. They were bugged for a little bit. I think they were giving you elemental advantage over everything, like on even if it was the wrong color bullet. But
Oh,
anyway,
that'd be funny.
anyway, um, yeah, the things that I've seen, like the most powerful flex that I saw was what was it? It was the 6 rifle, wasn't it? Let's see. It was 6 rifle bullets, and they were all like the bore one, I think. Let's see here.
I thought it was all the white damage one.
It was rail. It was the only my railgun tweet. Hold on. It was the railgun. Here, I'm putting it in chat.
Railgun only has shotgun
It
shells.
was shotgun only, and it was running 6 Cosmos cylinders. And where's chat up? Hold on. Here's my dashboard. This one, the Robomi railgun. It's so funny. Like there's multiple screenshots in there, and the important one is taking 2 turns, and because it's Huanglong and Keelan, and because that bullet, all of the cartridges, or sorry, not cartridges, yeah, it's cartridges, are AoE, then you hit attack twice, and your MC has done 180 million damage by hitting attack once. It's so funny.
It's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that is a flex, and not only is it a flex, but it's actually kind of practical.
See,
Like,
I would do this in my the rooms go into.
yeah, you just hit attack once, and you might MVP.
It's really hard. It's really hard to get past the loading half the time in those rooms.
hmm But yeah, this Cosmos cylinder is it's going places. This one's really good.
It's also
The
cheap.
yeah the Akashic cylinder is it's funny, but yeah. Just focus on the ones that matter. You know, don't focus on the gold brick one if you don't uh, have the ability to make that or the will. Like it takes so much work to make it good, when instead you can just inflict bore, or give yourself the Peacemaker's wings buff, or do all sorts of other cool things that don't require, making a gold bullet. Screw making a gold bullet. I'm never doing that.
Remember, it consumes all your bullets too. So
Yeah,
you know,
you just ends your clip. That's too much work. My brain isn't big enough. It's not
my
worth
brain's
it.
too small. This is why I don't play. This is why I don't play
Soldier.
gunslingers.
Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. We've got the long awaited Disciples event. People have been waiting for this since at least the Maydays, which was the official end of the Primarch's arc, where
Yeah.
everybody's retired, which is like written out up here. It's like the former overseers of the elements have retired and live ordinary lives, and so their disciples are doing things now. It's been what, 3 years since the Maydays, so
I remember seeing Europa and Gabriel together.
hmm
That one cutscene. Yeah.
yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and the um, sorry, I just saw the S being green like that, and I was just like, oh no, I forgot. That's the Shrek S.
Somebody. Anyways,
All right. Anyway, I think the event will be cool. Anything involving Grimnir is always funny, so that'll just add some beauty to the winter stream, and yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Disciples Unforgotten. Mm. I mean, they haven't been forgotten. They get regular content. We have Summer Shiva. We had a Summer Europa. Although
wait, hold on. We had Silver Europa. What?
she exists, okay?
Uh-huh.
Summer
Yeah.
Shiva. Summer Shiva's very good.
And
Val-
lights.
Valentine's Grimnir is like game-changingly excellent, and Summer Alexiel was also game-changingly excellent. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Yeah, you know.
The characters are popular. They're not forgotten. It's just that they haven't had their own event, and now they do. I don't know. I take a long view on a lot of these things. There's just a lot of characters in GBF. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
and there's a lot of storylines we can go into.
hmm It's like the writers just have gigantic files of, hey, there's this open storyline. Let's go to that one.
When we're gonna deal with the Argo Navies.
Yeah, we can go back to the Argonavis and the marionette stars. There's still Krelkulkil wandering around somewhere, slowly going insane.
True. That
Jade
did
is
happen.
Yeah, Jade is still in Walder's pocket, going to see the world. There's tons of stuff that they can go back to, and new stories they
Arcarum
can tell for
stuff.
new characters. Yeah, and so long awaited, but you know, hopefully it's good. I know it'll be fun because Grimnir's there. That's all I have to say.
Grimnir. Anyways.
All right. So anyway, that's it for this week. Next week will be the start of December. We'll know what the schedule looks like. but we don't know what the news is going to be because we don't know if there's going to be a choreogra because there's a winter stream coming.
And usually during those streams, they is their outline anyways.
Yeah. So we'll find out. We don't know what's coming, but we'll see you then. Oh man,
When is the stream actually anyways?
they haven't announced it yet.
Ah, I
It's
might not be here then.
yeah, we'll find out. Um, that's why I think that next week there'll at least be an announcement to talk about there. We'll have new characters to talk about because it's going to be the start of the month. Um, and if we don't have anything else to talk about, we're gonna go over the Granblue Fest merchandise because that stuff's always hilarious.
Oh, I was actually about to bring up. You saw where are you gonna try the demo?
Of Relink?
Yeah,
Absolutely. We have
yeah.
3 days there. One day can be spent walking to Relink.
Day one is I'm gonna get in line for. Well, I'm gonna see if I win early for Friday so I can get the merch.
Hmm. All right. So anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back on regular schedule next week, and we'll be on Thursday. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Later, folks.
Later, folks.